Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin and today I am fighting FOMO very hard, the fear of missing out. Nomad Cosmetics is releasing their new palette called the Whistler palette on Instagram. It's coming out today, the day I'm filming this, and I really need to not spend money right now. I'm actually saving for a wedding, if you're not aware. So I went, okay, do I try to do the color story? Like, what do I do? And I found what really I needed was, I was like, I just haven't played with Nomad in a while. And I realized, Caitlin, you're being ridiculous because you have not one, but two Nomad palettes that you bought recently and you haven't used them. So one of those is the Nomad Haunted Europe palette that I have not played with. So we're gonna play with that palette today and I'm gonna be testing it out, giving my first impressions, doing this look here, and hopefully getting rid of the FOMO for the Whistler palette, at least until it goes on sale. So if that sounds interesting, if you just wanna hang out, if you're trying to avoid spending money too, if you just want inspiration, you like Nomad Cosmetics, you like eyeshadow, whatever the reason is, keep on watching. Before we get too far into the video, if you've not already, please take a minute to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I upload videos 2 times a week on Wednesdays and Sundays. It's totally free to subscribe and I would really appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and get into this look and first impressions. All right, so I've got my complexion done. Let's get to the fun part. So here is the palette, Haunted Europe. And I think this is their biggest palette they've done. It's got 18 shades. Normally there's 15. It's a little more expensive, but you get a few more shades. So the inside is where the magic happens though. And I'm not even talking about like quite yet the shadows. I'm talking about this cover. Hopefully I can get it to go back and forth. So there's one flip and then it's like, I don't know if holographic is the right term, but there's the lady in the frame and then she disappears and there's like the skull. And you can go back and forth between like, there's like a clean wall and the lady versus the skull, and there's like a little bit of blood on the wall. Like there is, I think you can see it, the lady, nice little portrait. And then there is the shadow of the lady with the skull, and there's like some of the blood on the wall. So very different than what Nomad's done before. And it's got a huge mirror in the top, which I love. And here's the color story. So let me read to you the description of this here while you're looking at it. Join us on the hunt to discover Europe's most spectacular, scary tales. Intensely rich and delightfully lavish 18 eyeshadows formulated with extra fine pigments, 9 ravishing mattes, and picturesque shimmers inspired by the dark fairy tales of medieval Europe, infused with bilberry seed oil to help restore skin for crease-proof color. Whatever that means. Cruelty-free and vegan, and 5% of sales of this palette are donated to Bat Conservation International. So it's $44. You can still get it on their site. And yeah, this is it. I've seen a lot of people describe it as like halves, like more of a spooky, cool toned half and more of like the autumnal, warm toned half. I see that. And I think I'm gonna go with the spooky side today because it's not autumn and it's like cool toned, wintry. I don't know, that just feels right to me. I love that there are tombstones, caskets, castles, branches, spider webs, bats. Like if you didn't before, check out the embossing. The variety in the embossing too is impressive to me. So let me put on my eyeshadow primer here before we get started. And by the way, guys, if you could let me know in the comments if you notice a difference, I would greatly appreciate it. I usually have my lights much more cool toned, the ones I used to film. Today I put them on a warmer setting. So I'm curious, and I mean obviously I'll see some in editing, but I'm curious to know, like, if I wouldn't have said anything, can you really see a difference in the lighting? And if you normally watch my videos and you notice a difference, which one do you like better? This is more the warm tone or my normal cool toned? I do a little color correcting usually in editing anyway, so I'm not sure how different it will look. Oh, there's so many choices, you guys. I truly am like, where do I even begin with this? I think I'm gonna start up here with Ghost River, and I'm gonna go with an M441, and I'm just gonna lightly put that in my crease on both sides and buff and blend that out. Highly pigmented is right. You just need the teensy tiniest little tap for this formula. So the only other two palettes I think I've tried from them are the Tokyo Harajuku, which I love so much. I will leave linked. I've got a video, I think it's a get ready with me, of me using that one. That's my favorite one so far from them. Not counting this, haven't formed my opinions yet. And then the Cartagena Magica palette. I like that one too, the formula. The color story of that one just doesn't vibe with me as much, but the formula is great. And that's all I have. So I will be playing with the Fire and Ice as well I got on Black Friday. And I want the Parks and Rec one in addition to their newest one that just came out. So we'll see. I wait, you know, as long as I don't see that it's limited edition or that they've got low inventory and they're discontinuing it. I have time. I don't need it right this second. Obviously I have stuff that's new I haven't even played with yet. So we're gonna talk ourselves into out of buying more stuff. That's what 2022 is all about. So I'm gonna go next with, I'm trying to decide what the difference is between Dragsholm Castle and Count Dracula, because they're both browns. I guess this one might be a little more deeper and cool tone and this other one's a little more warm toned, I guess. I'm gonna go in with Count Dracula. And I'm gonna put that just on the outer third. I did switch brushes to an M456. And I just kind of put that in the outer corner, and I did end up dragging it kind of down along my lash line as well. What do I want to do next? What do I want to do next is the question. I think maybe I'll do my liner next, and I'm actually gonna use this deep blue Black Forest. I love me a navy liner, you guys. If you have been here a while, I think you know that. I didn't realize how much I loved navy as a liner until the Kaleidos Club Nebula palette. And I just tried it one day with that one, and the rest is history. So far, I've only used mattes with this look, and that they're performing really well. All right, so we've got our nice lifted matte navy wing going. Oh, I love just the shape of this wing and everything. And I think I'm just gonna keep it simple on the lower lash line. And I'm gonna go in to Bran Castle, this like cool tone kind of grayish, I don't know. It's got a little bit of a purple undertone too. I'm doing that with a Rephr 3. All right, then with a Rephr 2, I'm gonna put some of the Ulta glitter primer on there. And I'm just gonna peek it on the top part of my lid here, like the inner part. I don't wanna go all the way to the outer corner, but I wanna put a little sparkle right in here. And then going into that same brush, I'm gonna use the shimmer Bloody Mary, which is this stunning, it's not just red metallic though, like it's got gold reflect, it looks like in it. Oh, I hate to mess up the matte embossing, it's so pretty. And we're gonna pop that here. And just because that looks a little like it's blending into nothing, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of Krampus right next to it, just to see if that helps us blend a little bit into the outer corner. I'm gonna go back in to Ghost River, that first shade, just to blend on the very outer corner here and into the crease. I'm going back and forth with the M456 and the M441 to achieve that. And we're gonna be left with something that looks like this. Now, I really feel like I need a little something here or in the inner corners. So let me figure that out. So I think Hoy by Sue Forest. I'm sure I butchered that. Whatever this shimmer is right here, I'm gonna put that in my inner corner and maybe a little on the lower lash line on an M560. I think I need a little spray because this is not doing it, hun. Trying to build that shade up quite a bit. It's a lot more subtle than I expected it to be based on when I kind of did a little swatch here. I'm going to pop it in the brow bone as well. I'm going to go ahead and take a JH09 brush from Morphe as well and just use that same shade as a highlighter because it is fair enough but I can do that and get away with it, and I think that'll just make everything kind of tie in a little bit too. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes, add mascara and a lip, and I'll be back with the final result. All right, so I'm back and here is the final look. I am really pleased and happy with how this turned out. It definitely made me feel like I got to play with something new without spending any more money. So I would highly encourage you to go back into your collection and look to see, is there something in my pile of shame that I bought but haven't used yet to make me feel like I'm playing with something new, or just something I haven't played with in a really long time. So all I did off camera was added mascara, my Milk Makeup Kush mascara, and I added the Color Stay Matte Light Crayon from Revlon. This one is in the shade Souffle All Day. So, ooh, I really like this. I can't wait to play with this more, actually. I haven't done a video in a while that was a 2 looks 1 palette, or 3, whatever. So if you're interested in that kind of video with older palettes like this only came out, I think, last October or November. Let me know in the comments below. I'd be happy to make something for you if you guys are interested. But I'm really looking forward to playing with these green rose, some of this like icy gray stuff. Ooh, looks so pretty. I'm so happy to have this. And it definitely did make me feel a lot less FOMO about their new release. So yeah, let me know down in the comments, what are you trying to battle not buying? Like, what's something you're like so tempted but you were trying so hard, and let's try to find stuff to make us hold off at least until there's a sale, right? So thank you if you've made it this far in the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you again on the next one. Bye!